Have you ever wondered why Archangel Michael is considered the strongest and most prominent among all angels? Michael's story isn't just fascinating. It's filled with epic battles, divine protection, and spiritual confrontations that have shaped the destiny of many. Since ancient times, he has been a symbol of strength, justice, and protection for God's people. Imagine having such a powerful guardian by your side in times of crisis. That's exactly what Michael represents for millions of people. He's not just a celestial warrior, but also an unyielding defender of truth and justice. In the Bible, Michael is uniquely highlighted, being the only angel designated as an archangel, a title indicating his supreme position in the angelic hierarchy. His mission as the protector of Israel and leader in spiritual wars showcases the depth of his role in the fight against evil. When we talk about spiritual battles, we mean epic confrontations against the forces of darkness, led by none other than Satan. Michael, with his divine sword, leads the heavenly armies to ensure that light prevails over darkness. What makes Michael even more impressive is his celestial humanity. He intervenes at critical moments, protecting and guiding the faithful, such as in his encounter with the prophet Daniel. This story shows us that even in the darkest times, there is hope and divine assistance available. And it is precisely this hope that Michael symbolizes, the certainty that good triumphs over evil, and that there is always a guardian by our side, ready to fight for us. Get ready for an incredible journey through the biblical stories that highlight Michael's unique role. We'll explore his battles, his leadership, and his tireless mission to protect and serve. By the end of this journey, you'll see that knowing Michael's story is not just about knowing an angel, but understanding the depth of divine protection and justice in our lives. Michael, the Archangel, stands out uniquely in the Bible. In Jude 9, he is the only angel referred to as an archangel, a title that indicates his position as chief or principal among the angels. This makes Michael the most prominent figure in the angelic hierarchy, a figure of divine authority. Imagine him as a general of a celestial army, leading with wisdom and strength. Michael's designation as an archangel reflects his unique importance. He is not just a leader. He is a symbol of justice and divine protection. In everyday life, we can learn from his leadership and integrity. Think of a community leader or mentor who guides with righteousness, serving as an inspiring example of how we can act with responsibility and compassion in our own spheres of influence. Michael is often depicted as a powerful warrior, wielding a sword and defending the faithful. This image deeply resonates in biblical stories where angels appear as God's messengers and protectors. Consider the figure of a modern firefighter or soldier who risks their life to protect others. Similarly, Michael is an unwavering defender of good against evil. Michael's presence in the Bible is not just historical but also symbolic. He represents the ongoing struggle between good and evil, a battle we all face daily. Reflecting on his figure can help us find courage in challenging moments. A practical example is drawing inspiration from stories of overcoming adversity, like someone who beats an illness or surmounts a personal challenge, channeling the inner strength that Michael symbolizes. As we contemplate Michael's role, we can feel encouraged to seek justice and fight for what is right in our lives. Michael shows us that even in the face of great challenges, strength and faith can prevail. This message is a constant reminder that, like Michael, we can be champions of justice in our world. Speaking of challenges, Michael's story intertwines with his role as the protector of Israel, a mission we will explore further. Beyond his role as an archangel, Michael has a specific and vital mission: to protect the people of Israel. He is frequently mentioned in the Bible as the Prince of God's chosen people. This role is not merely symbolic. It reflects the deep connection between Michael and the nation of Israel, like a vigilant guardian. Think of him as a divine shield, always present in times of need. During periods of great tribulation, Michael emerges as the defender of Israel, especially in critical moments. In the book of Daniel 12 verse 1, he appears as the great prince who stands up to protect the children of his people. This reminds us of leaders and protectors in our own lives, like parents who safeguard their children or community leaders who defend their followers. Michael is an eternal example of protection and care. The image of Michael as the protector of Israel brings us comfort and hope. Knowing that there is a celestial figure assigned to guard an entire nation inspires us to trust in higher forces during times of crisis. In our reality, we can see this protection reflected in acts of solidarity and mutual support, where communities come together to protect their most vulnerable members. Michael's mission also teaches us about responsibility and leadership. Like him, we should strive to protect and care for those under our responsibility. Whether in our families, workplaces, or communities, each of us can be a Michael to someone. Practical examples include participating in charitable actions, defending just causes, and offering support to those in need. Reflecting on Michael's role as the protector of Israel reminds us of the importance of always being vigilant and prepared to help others. He shows us that true strength lies in serving and protecting. Just as Michael stands in defense of God's people, he also leads spiritual battles, a fascinating aspect we will explore next. Michael is not just a protector, but also a powerful leader in spiritual battles. In Revelation 12 verses 7 to 12, he leads the heavenly armies against Satan, the great dragon, and his demons. This epic struggle culminates in the defeat of Satan and the forces of darkness, symbolizing the ultimate victory of good over evil. Imagine this scene as a grand confrontation between light and darkness, where Michael emerges victorious, a true celestial hero. Michael's leadership in spiritual warfare is a reminder of the constant battle between good and evil in our lives. We all face challenges and temptations that can lead us astray. Michael teaches us the importance of resisting evil with firmness and courage. In moments of doubt or difficulty, we can remember his bravery and find the strength to overcome our own inner battles. In everyday life, spiritual warfare can manifest in various ways, such as emotional struggles, ethical challenges, or social pressures. Michael inspires us to face these conflicts with determination. Think of practical examples like someone resisting corruption in the workplace or fighting against social injustice. These acts of resistance reflect the spiritual battle that Michael leads. Besides being a warrior, Michael is also a strategist. He knows when and how to strike, leading with wisdom and precision. We can apply this strategic approach in our lives by carefully planning our actions and responding to adversity with intelligence. For example, when facing a complex challenge, we can prepare adequately by seeking knowledge and support. Just as Michael would when commanding his angelic legions, Michael's leadership in spiritual battles reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. He symbolizes the divine support available to all who seek justice and truth. By drawing inspiration from his figure, we can find the strength to resist and triumph. Speaking of resistance, the fall of Lucifer is a crucial event that helps us understand the magnitude of this spiritual battle, a topic we will explore next. The fall of Lucifer is one of the most dramatic and significant events in biblical stories. Originally a beautiful and wise angel, Lucifer was led astray by pride and ambition. Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28 describe his transformation from a radiant being to a symbol of defiance against God. This radical change in Lucifer shows us how pride can corrupt even the highest beings. Lucifer not only rebelled against God, but also attempted to usurp his authority. His fall was a reflection of his arrogance and disobedience. This serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers of pride and rebellion in our own lives. Like Lucifer, when we are led by these emotions, we can stray from our divine purpose and fall from grace. Lucifer's rebellion did not occur in a vacuum. It had cosmic consequences. He led a third of the angels with him, who became demons. This event marked the beginning of an ongoing spiritual war between the forces of good and evil. We can see reflections of this battle in our daily lives, where we face temptations and negative influences. Just as Michael stands against Satan, we must be vigilant and prepared to fight against evil in our lives. This story also teaches us about the importance of humility and faithfulness to God. Lucifer lost everything because of his ego and desire for power. In contrast, the angels who remained faithful continue to serve God with joy and devotion. A practical example is to maintain humility in our achievements and be grateful for the blessings we receive. Avoiding the path of arrogance and discontent, reflecting on Lucifer's fall reminds us of the consequences of our choices and the importance of remaining steadfast in faith. This event also prepares us to better understand Michael's role in the ongoing battle against the forces of evil. Speaking of spiritual battles, Daniel had a significant encounter with Michael that offers us more insights into this celestial struggle, a topic we will explore next. The encounter between the prophet Daniel and the Archangel Michael is one of the most fascinating moments in the Bible. In Daniel 10, we see Michael intervening in a spiritual battle to ensure that God's messages reach Daniel. Despite demonic resistance, Michael fights and wins, showcasing his determination to fulfill the divine will. Imagine this scene as an unyielding effort to bring light amidst darkness. This divine intervention highlights the importance of persevering in faith and prayer, even when facing spiritual obstacles. This encounter emphasizes the significance of angelic support in spiritual battles. Daniel was in deep prayer and fasting, seeking answers from God, and it was in this context that Michael appeared to help him. This teaches us that in moments of spiritual fervor and sincere seeking, we can count on divine help. Practical examples include intensifying our prayer and meditation practices when facing challenges, trusting that, like Daniel, we will be aided. It's a reminder that celestial help is always within reach, as long as we are receptive and committed. Michael not only fights but also protects. He is a guardian who ensures that God's messages are delivered, regardless of the forces trying to prevent them. Michael's role as a protective messenger reminds us of the importance of persevering in the pursuit of truth. In daily life, we can apply this by persisting in our goals, even when facing obstacles, trusting that help will come. Whether seeking justice, defending a cause, or overcoming personal challenges, perseverance is key to victory. Michael's intervention highlights the ongoing battle between the forces of good and evil. When Daniel received the vision, he was deeply shaken but was strengthened by Michael's presence. We can draw inspiration from this to find strength and courage in our moments of weakness. Think of situations where we need extra support, like facing an illness or a personal crisis, and how the presence of allies can be crucial. Just as Michael came to Daniel's aid, we can be angels in the lives of those who need our support. Michael's appearance to Daniel shows that the spiritual fight is constant and that we need to be prepared for it. This preparation involves being in tune with the divine through prayer, study, and meditation. Daniel is a perfect example of how spiritual dedication attracts divine intervention. To apply this, we can dedicate daily time to reading biblical stories and reflecting, strengthening our connection with the divine and preparing for the battles we face. Michael's presence also reminds us of the importance of humility and the pursuit of truth. Daniel, a humble and devout man, was chosen to receive divine visions and direct guidance from angels. This teaches us that to receive divine help, we must approach God with humility and an open heart. In our lives, this can translate into acts of service, such as helping those in need or seeking reconciliation with those we have wronged. The interaction between Daniel and Michael highlights the reality of spiritual battles that occur beyond our understanding. Often, we face difficulties that we cannot fully explain or comprehend. Michael reminds us that there are greater forces at play, and that victory comes through faith and persistence. We can apply this by trusting in the divine plan, even when things seem uncertain, knowing that a battle is being fought on our behalf. Daniel's response to seeing Michael is one of reverence and fear, but also of strengthening. Michael's presence brings a mixture of fear and hope. This shows us that an encounter with the divine can be a transformative experience, taking us out of our comfort zone but also strengthening us. In times of crisis, turning to faith can bring us the same strength and courage that Daniel found. Michael also serves as an intermediary, who helps decipher God's messages for Daniel. This role of spiritual translator is crucial, as often gods will seem confusing or inaccessible. Michael shows us that, with divine help, we can understand and follow the right path. In everyday life, this can be compared to seeking guidance through spiritual leaders, mentors, or even sacred texts that help us interpret our experiences. Finally, Daniel's encounter with Michael is a powerful testimony of divine care and intervention. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that celestial help is available to all who sincerely seek it. Michael, as protector and warrior, continues to be a source of inspiration and hope. And speaking of spiritual battles and divine protection, we can see how these stories intertwine to offer us a complete view of the role of angels in our lives, preparing us to face any challenge with faith and courage. To the end of this journey, we are invited to apply the knowledge gained about Archangel Michael in our own lives. Michael's story is not just an epic tale, but a source of inspiration to resist evil, seek justice, and trust in divine protection. Think about how you can be a guardian for those around you, helping them in times of need and fighting for what is just. The question remains, how can you apply Michael's courage and determination in your daily life? If this message touched your heart, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to continue learning about the incredible teachings of the Bible. Michael's story shows us that God has a purpose and a plan for each of us. If you wish to accept Jesus and change your life forever, know that He is waiting for you with immense love and a unique purpose. And if you enjoyed this video, I believe you will love my recommendation. Click on the card on the screen and watch the incredible story, why Jesus had to meet Moses and Elijah at the Mount of Transfiguration. Be edified by this story and see that God never abandons us. May God bless you immensely. Until the next video.